This was so embarrassing, but I told y'all, look at this.
I got a Brooklyn hoodie on. So they don't know where I'm from. They know where I'm from, though. They know I can't act like I'm Big Queens.
Yeah, sturdy. What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's
poppin'? Money, man. What's up?
Yeah.
What's that, man?
Yeah.
Huh?
You don't know. Yeah. They said you don't know. Big Zoom.
Planning that vacation.
Yeah.
Planning your funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the way to the street.
That right there is a clip of Nicki Minaj's husband standing on a corner in New York City somewhere, probably at a bodega. Who knows where he is? But you see him and his Pookie friends standing by the garbage, asking Offset from the Migos and Cardi B's husband to come outside. The Shade Room posted this and Kenneth was trending online along with Cardi B and Offset, and everybody started clowning Kenny Gangstalicious. One part I believe the Shade Room left out was when Kenny said that he would knock out Cardi B's veneers from out her mouth. He also said that Offset will be planning his funeral. Offset responded by laughing while on a jet to Colorado. That's where he met up with Coach Prime before the game on Saturday. Offset was on the campus. He went inside the team facilities, took a video of that view out of Coach Prime's office. Everybody knows that view by now. Deion Sanders made it famous. Offset was at the game having a great time, Colorado versus Colorado. Coach Prime and his team won in double overtime. Shout out to those guys. Travis Hunter went down and ended up getting transported to the local hospital after a dirty play by this loser here from the other team. Very, very bitter loser. This guy should have been ejected out of the game, but instead, they just gave him a personal foul. I mean, both teams really going at it, starting from the hater head coach from Colorado State.
I said, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me. So
I just saw a lot of jealousy. The Rock was out there supporting Coach Prime and his team, as well as Lil Wayne, Master P, Offset, and many others. It was just super embarrassing. Offset is out here at Colorado, chopping it up with the most talked about college football coach right now, Deion Sanders. Legendary Hall of Famer, Offset's out there supporting the team, while Gangstalicious is still waiting for him on the street corner, asking Offset where he's at. I was just looking at this like, Nicki Minaj, please come pick your man up, out here showing his slip on the street corner. So yeah, it was super embarrassing. I told y'all Kenny Gangstalicious was out of order. I talked about that in a video before Shade Room posted it up. And if you missed that video, you can check out the link below. Him and his friends, they're out here on the street corner by the trash, talking trash, looking and acting like trash, reciting this Pookie Baby Bop bimbo babble, just making a lot of noises. As I said before, Nicki made a horrible decision marrying this guy. Really horrible. And she's going to let him destroy everything that she's worked hard for all of these years. Her fans obviously forgave her for supporting her brother, who was out here tampering with little girls. Then she got with this convicted R-word who's been in and out of prison his whole life. And now they're all just really looking silly out here. Way too old for this. Kenny is like 45, 50 years old, trying to threaten people on the internet while standing outside with this AARP gang. I call them the short bus shawties. If Nicki don't get Cletus off this street, and yeah, I'm embarrassed for Nicki Minaj, but something tells me that she's not embarrassed at all. She likes this behavior. I'm gonna get more into that, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. So many lessons here today. This is a perfect example of how men get set up, running out here doing crash dummy stuff. You have two men, it's really ridiculous, now beefing over two Jezebels that's been beefing for years. That when you think about it, it really all started over the older Jezebel being angry at the music industry for trying to replace her with a younger Jezebel. When everyone knows these flamingos are all used to push these different agendas that go against black women, black men, black children, and really American society as a whole. These people are not meant to reign forever. They are tools. And when the industry is done with their tools, they destroy them. That's what happened to Nicki. The industry that built her tried to destroy her and then started recruiting new tools. So ever since Cardi B, that's why you see all of these new women promoting even more debauchery year after year, and all of them being used to program American society, the women of American society. And Nicki Minaj aging hasn't helped either, because as you age in an industry that use your cosmetic surgery and Magic City uniforms to promote you, they will bring in younger tools with more cosmetic surgery and more Magic City uniforms to replace you. And that's what happened. That initial jealousy and insecurity from Nicki Minaj seeing what the industry was doing to her started all of this. And that's why these women are constantly arguing with each other. Every single beef between these female rappers now, it all stems from Nicki Minaj's beef with Cardi. And although you had Remy Ma, who came to the industry before Nicki, Remy went to prison and had to be reintroduced. And Nicki didn't like that either when she re-emerged. But Remy did something different. She embraced all of the female rappers at Summer Jam that comeback year for her, including Cardi B, who was a new artist at the time. Then all of them started collabing and supporting each other when Nicki was on an island with the men alone for years. And the way these women started supporting each other reminded people of back in the day, like the 90s, before the industry pulled back marketing dollars on everybody else. A lot of stuff also happened there with Nicki and Lil Kim. Nicki and her fans really disrespected that woman for years. Somebody Nicki was clearly influenced by, but the industry was on her side. The problem came in when the industry realized they created a monster that they couldn't control anymore. It got too out of order, they couldn't handle her. And that's when they started looking for new tools. Then soon after, Nicki started getting a lot of the same disrespect that was given to Lil Kim. Remember, this wicked industry is a revolving door. They are all tricked into believing they're riding the elevator, but they never make it to the elevator because they're stuck at the front door. It's just spinning in circles, and at some point, they get thrown out the door one by one. It's going to happen to all of them. That's just the game they signed up for. But these insecurities, jealousy, and outright wickedness is why these men are now involved in this situation. It's two men risking their lives over these liabilities. Offset is working. He's productive, he's doing shows, Rolling Loud, all kinds of stuff, working solo. Not to mention, we'll be approaching a year soon since Takeoff was killed in a situation where he was just minding his own business. Offset should not allow his wife or Nicki Minaj's Pookie husband to pull him into this nonsense. Offset, you need to get your wife under control. Cardi B needs a therapist, anger management, real PR, and wise counsel. And I've been saying that for years because when she saw those fools backstage with all of that, she shouldn't have paid them any mind. They're idiots, obviously trying to bait her, even adding Cardi on Instagram. That guy is really a zero. Kenny Gangstalicious and his friends, they're not the one with the deals, the money, the success. It's Nicki Minaj. It's Offset. It's Cardi B, not these people. In that original video and them taunting Cardi B, Offset should not have responded by going into that guy's DM. What should have happened is Cardi B's team should have forwarded all this stuff to probation on Monday because Kenny Gangstalicious, he's supposed to be on house arrest, but his wife Nicki Minaj is helping him get around that. And obviously Gangstalicious want to go back to jail. So Cardi, she should have let her professional team deal with that. Getting angry and doing the whole subliminal "I didn't flinch" responding to those guys was just more ammo that they needed to continue tagging her and taunting her, which is how Offset got pulled into this. Let's be clear, it wasn't the other way around. Nicki Minaj's husband was backstage with his Pookie friends taunting women. Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion was backstage. They posted these videos online. Cardi B saw it and she's the one who took the bait. After she took the bait, they taunted her more and was adding her on Instagram, these grown men. And so that's when Cardi B's husband jumped into that guy's DMs. That's what happened. So it was Kenny Gangstalicious and the Short Bus Shawties who started all of this. That's why I say Cardi B's team should have handled this. But no, Offset went defending his wife, which is what these guys wanted. So now they can direct their energy to Offset. And by the way, if you haven't connected the dots yet, this was a whole setup by Nicki Minaj. Offset and Cardi B are like 15 years younger than these people. And we already know that Kenny and his friends, they're slow. But Cardi B and Offset, they don't have much sense either. They should have ignored these morons. Just like Kenny is the perfect crash dummy for Nicki, Offset is ready to crash out for Cardi. As for Kenny, Nicki Minaj thinks he's an asset because she's using him to do her dirty work, which allows her to sit back like she has nothing to do with any of this when she's the one ordering the violence. But for the normal women out here, not the broken ones, we know this guy is not an asset. Take a really good look at this guy. He's a liability. And my problem with some of these immature women out there who still make horrible decisions like this, you will toot your nose up at a productive average man, the electrician, the plumber, the brick mason, the sanitation worker, the bus driver. You toot your nose up at all the productive, hard-working average men, but you will go out with these unproductive pookies and push out babies for them. This guy should have never had access to a multi-million-dollar woman because he has no discipline, no order, No structure, no skills, no trade, no nothing. He never even demonstrated that he can hold a 9-to-5 or mow a lawn. Nothing. He should have never been around Nicki. When she walked in the room with him, he's not making her look better. It only confirms that something is really off with her energy. How she keeps this caliber of guy around when she had access to way better. Remember, before Kenny Gaines Delicious, Nicki Minaj was with Nas. She had access to other men. And yes, something is up with this woman's energy. Nicki has to understand her fan group is not the only people in the world. You have grown adults out here with brains. I'm talking about brains more developed than a pack of flamingos still playing with Barbie dolls and easy bake ovens, that can see through all of this and see your evil, wicked game that you've been playing for years, causing drama and beef between all the younger women out there. It's because how the industry tried to get rid of her, and she took it out on all the other tools instead. That's what these demon worshippers won't admit. They idolize these people so much that they can't tell the truth. Like I said before, I'm not with any of these people. All of these industry Jezebels work for the same devil. And Nicki Minaj chose Kenny because she's on the same demon time that he's on. All of this between Offset and Kenny Gaines Delicious was orchestrated by the mastermind herself, Nicki Minaj. Those guys backstage taunting those women, that was bait for Offset. They weren't sure what Meg would do, but Roc Nation is all over Meg at this point. They're probably the ones running her social media right now. But they knew that Cardi would easily fall for the trap because of her own lack of emotional control. They knew how to rattle her, and by rattling Cardi B, you're forcing her husband to respond. It was all bait for Offset from the beginning, planned and coordinated by Nicki Minaj, while she was on stage taking shots at these women that she's competing with. She had her husband backstage taunting people, trying to instigate a fight. Ladies, remember, when you pick unproductive, incompetent pookies, this is what you get. This is a low-value, low-quality man that will only bring problems into your life. That's if you allow him access to your life. Nicki's problem here isn't that she didn't vet him. She vetted him and already knew everything about him. That's what she wanted. She wanted a thug. So when you make decisions like that, you will be responsible for whatever happens. And guys, here's another example of what happens when you deal with these toxic Jezebels. Men literally about to lose their freedom, their lives, everything they have in the name of protecting their woman. And let's be honest, Kenny Gaines Delicious is unable to do anything else for Nicki. He's not a strong man, he's not a leader, he's incompetent, and the only thing he knows how to do is what he's doing. Standing in front of the trash talking trash. And itching to go back to prison again because that's another one of his highlights of his life. Going to jail as often as he can and staying there as long as possible. All of this is just so pathetic and out of order. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. Special thank you to Tiffany. I appreciate you, Tiffany, for all of your support. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.